If it's unexplainable, it has to be God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just for a brief example, I remember I heard this guy when I first got sober, man. This bugged me for so long. I heard this guy in a meeting. I can't remember where the meeting was. I can't remember what the guy's name is or what he looked like. He could be sitting in the room with me right now. I would not know who he is, but I remember he specifically said, the only reason you got sober is because someone prayed for you. And which I thought to myself, I was like, okay, but who prayed for me? Like, who? I want to know who, because my mom at the time was still strung out. I haven't talked to my mom in over 25 years, you know. My brother had 8 years sober, relapsed, and hung himself. That's the extent of my family, truly. I have my aunt who was my father died of a heroin overdose 11 days after my first birthday. I have my aunt who's not religious. She kind of played the role of mom to me for a long time after my father died. And she's an amazing, amazing woman, not praying for me, guarantee you. She doesn't pray for herself. You know, I have a couple scattered cousins. My cousin Shayna, she didn't pray for me. So I was like, who prayed for me? And I've asked myself that question for 18 years, almost 19 years. I've asked myself that question. Over Christmas, my godmother, Christine, sent me an icon as a Christmas present. She sent me this for Christmas, right? It's a cool little icon. It's got all these saints on it. It's nice. I took it. I was like, oh, it's a great icon. Venerated it and put it on my prayer table and didn't really think all that much about it again. About a week after she gave it to me, she calls me or she texts me and she says, you need to wake up and look at the back of that icon. She says, I was woken up from a dream and told me to tell you to look at the back of your icon. I said, okay. And she goes, specifically look at St. Boniface. I said, okay, St. Boniface of Rome. So I look at St. Boniface of Rome, the intercessor of drugs and alcohol. His feast day is on December 19th. My sober day is December 19th. So the question, forgive me, the question of who prayed for me is no longer a question. It's St. Boniface. It has to be. Who else would it be? There is no one else. So that guy wasn't wrong. Someone did pray for me. Why would that question stick with me for that long? Like, it bugged me. It made me feel really alone because I was like, why am I here? You know, why did I get sober and no one else in my family did? Why did I get sober and all my friends died? Who was this mysterious person that prayed for me? I don't know. Maybe it was the intercessor of drugs and alcohol whose feast day happens to be on the day I got sober.